everybody, what is up? What is up? Welcome back to that. Welcome. I can't talk all of a sudden. Dad, can you fill in here for me?
How's it going today, everybody? Welcome back to the hashtag Lockboss Show and the $500 giveaways tonight.
Well, thank you very much. You know, I don't know what exactly happened there, but
you're sort of like Jay Leno, and I'll be one of the step-ins now.
Oh man, well, hey, thank you for being here and hanging out with us. Of course, we have the LockFather in the house.
Howdy.
And we're going to be checking in. We're going to be asking questions about his lock and key locksmith operation. And of course, if you have any questions for the LockFather, make sure you put them in the comments and we'll be sure to ask him. So before I get too far along, and what I was trying to do while I was trying to speak is grab the after party link. So that's what I'm going to do here right now. Let me go and copy and paste it into the chat. All right, there we go. So there is the Discord link. So after today's show, if you want to hop into Discord and come hang out with us in the after party, you're more than welcome to. We really talk about everything. Dad, are you hopping on tonight?
Well, I'll try.
And you know, what do we talk about? A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Everybody asks, how do you do this or that, and what do you think's the best to do?
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I definitely like to. You know, we'll definitely. You know, there was a F1 race this weekend, so we usually do a little F1 talk.
Yeah, I'm always working, so I don't know what F1 is. I do, but don't take the time.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Well, hey, we got some Topo Chicos, brand new. Mine's never open. Let me open this up here. Let's get this opened up. There we go. All right, cheers to all of you out there, drinking a Topo Chico or your favorite beverage of choice. All right. Oh, I like it. So good. So good.
Bubbly like seltzer water.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, I tell you what. So we have a full show today. Not only are we going to be announcing this week's 5 lucky $500 credit winners, but we're going to be going over the post of the week and the comment of the week here in just a few moments. And then we're going to be turning it over to the LockFather.
Turn it over to me?
Or, you know, asking questions.
Okay.
But, man, something cool I was just playing with today, though. Side note, I haven't got a chance to actually play with them yet. Are the Southward actually just came out with all the top of keyway tools. And I just got the full, they have a 6-piece set. As you can see, there's 5. There's the 6th. 6-piece set right here, and I'm looking forward to picking some locks with them and checking them out.
As soon as you're done, I'll confiscate them, and I'll try them.
Well, I'd love to sell them to you.
I know, that's the problem.
You know?
I just can't buy one of anything.
Yes, you can.
No, because everybody else wants.
Oh, yeah. Like, why don't we write you up? I think we got 20 of them in. We can write you up for...
That'd be about it.
Yeah, 19. I just took one out of inventory for this right here. Right here. So, oops, can't even pick them up.
So what about if I buy 2 and get the 3rd one free?
How about you pay for 3 and get 2?
Yeah, isn't that with the plug spinner?
Have we ever given you yours back yet?
Of course not.
Oh, man. Well, hey, you know, interesting fact, you know, as we... are currently out of stock on those plug spinners again. We should have more any day. But man, is what happened is we actually sent an email out about it. And by the time the email went out, we were actually only down to 5 or 6 or something, then sold out immediately. And it's always that one thing, right? Where we'll send an email out and they're like, hey, we tried to order it. Where are they? Type of thing, right? But hopefully soon we'll have them back in stock, and then I'll make sure you get yours back.
6 months later.
And it might come in the form of with the sales order. That's terrible. I'm just playing, everybody. Come on now. That's good. Okay, yeah, we have Lock Leisure. What's up? Says top of keyway over bottom of keyway. So that, are you a talk guy or a balk guy?
I'm a both guy.
Okay.
Pros and cons of both.
So if you're going up to a standard Schlag lock or Schlage lock, Schlag, are you using bottom of keyway or top of keyway?
Bottom.
Bottom.
Well, because I'll be using a leashy, so not even.
Okay, so these are good questions here, actually.
Because leashy has its own built-in,
Okay, so on if you were to right now, so you still do calls,
Yeah.
right? Like when was the last time you did a lockout, house or car?
House. No, car.
How long ago? When?
Oh, probably 3 weeks ago.
Oh, the last one you did was 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I thought you'd done them sooner than that.
No, I've got a couple new guys I'd like to take out. That's why
Okay.
I tell them to turn them on to me.
So if you were to go to a house lockout, you show up and it's a Defiant quick set lock.
Okay.
What are the top 1, 2, and 3? Like step
Hook
one.
pick.
Oh, no. So step one, when you go up and it's a quick set Defiant and it's just a knob on the door.
Right.
How are you getting in?
Well, first I'd use the old credit card trick.
Okay, so first, okay. You do a latch bypass.
Right, because not everybody installs them properly.
Almost all of them.
Right. As long as it doesn't have the deadbolt thrown. And then
okay. What's step 2?
Step 2 is hook and bottom tension.
Bottom tension, hook pick.
Third.
And you're raking.
Yes, I rake.
You're a raker. How often do you use a different method than rake?
Only the leashy.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, okay, so step 2 is rake. What's step 3?
It is HPC tension.
Okay.
For the tension wrench.
Okay.
The round tubular one where you put the pick in the center. And,
yep, which we have now.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I
think they're the bottom.
We have the HPC and Southward ones.
Oh.
But okay, so next up, then if it's a Schlag lock and you go up, step 1 still going to be latch bypass, shim,
right,
whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is what for Schlag?
Leashy, if it's a newer lock, because all the spool pins.
Okay.
And then
so you'll use a leashy.
Right. Then 3 would be or it's the old one. I'd go to the regular
rake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hook. But rake it.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work. Step 4 would be the HPC.
Tension.
Yes.
It's interesting that you break out in your head the steps as far as tensions go. At what step are you drilling it? No, I'm joking. I mean, you don't drill them.
Once in a very blue moon.
How many in the past 10 years have you drilled?
Maybe 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm not a driller. I'm a locksmith, so I'm going to do my best to, even if it takes me a little longer than it should.
Yeah. I'm
still the guy who's going to sit there and do it.
Okay.
And then I get frustrated, walk away, come back, and you go, oh man, look at how easy.
Okay. Oh, and I have someone in here. Let's see here. Adam Perkins, what's up? He says, I'll buy the LockFather a plug spinner. Good man.
I always need an extra one.
Oh, man. That's good.
4 of them in my safe. So I got to guard them away from everybody. And one of the new guys already broke his.
His what?
Plug spinner.
He did?
Crank that thing. I go, what?
Ooh, how many turns? How many turns?
He did it until it broke.
For kicks and giggles, or
no? You never knew. And I said, well, you should have waited so I could show you.
Was he waiting for it to stop?
Well, it gets hard. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah. I guess if you've never used one or don't have any,
but we fixed it. I do 3 half or quarter turns.
Yes. Okay. So how do you fix it? Actually,
well, in these, there's actually a little hole where the spring goes.
Yep.
So you just bend the spring into there and, take a hammer and tap it. So then it's flat and it's locked in. Worked great.
So it's easy fix.
Yes, very easy.
Really. And I was actually talking to them, and it sounds like they've been working on something on the design to even make them better, if possible, from doing that. I mean, that is the weak spot. But the truth is, if you're using it right with just a couple turns, it's no big deal.
Right.
And
I see why everybody calls it the knuckle buster. I never even thought of doing it that way.
Well, Dad, the sad part, that's the way I did it. And like, I have that little, like,
is that the reason you have scars? No.
Yeah. And I just wish I was as smart as you to realize, I know. I mean, I know for a fact. Okay. So this is where, it hurts a little bit. Okay. And is for all of the years that together we would go to lockouts, house lockouts together. Okay, we would go together. And Julio, you're right to put that confession music on. I mean, I have something I got to get off my chest here because, like I was saying, is in the video where we're doing the plug spinner, and I'm filming while he's showing everybody how to use it, and I realized that I've always used that plug spinner incorrectly. And immediately I flash back to my childhood. We're talking 12 to 18 years old, where I would be with him on a weekend. He would typically drive, and then I would do the work. And he would sit there in the van and watch me pick open a lock on a front door for a customer, pick it the wrong way, pull out that A1 plug spinner, put it in, twist it up, push the little lever piece over, pop it, bust my knuckles up.
And what was I doing?
Laughing. He'd be laughing and would never actually tell me I was using it incorrectly.
I think that's
my IQ doesn't allow for that type of learning. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. Okay, well, hey, Julio, cut the music here. We're way off track. We are way off track. All right, let's get into the show, and then we'll get back into my childhood trauma shortly. Okay, but all right, here we go. And I didn't bring my glasses, so let's see if we can get through here without it. All right, so it is Lockboss season 3.15. This is the last day or month of 3.15. 3.15 is to be 3.16 next month. So, all right, here we go. Post of the week. This one comes from Mark H. Mark H says, thanks for all the goodies. They are very much appreciated. I'll be sure to put them to good use. I like it, Mark. Got all sorts of good stuff in there, and I really appreciate you sending the photo. And Dad, we need to get you one of those shirts, one of those Lockboss shirts. Right there, you see that one? I don't think you have that one.
No, and I don't need a bill.
And you don't need a bill. Oh, have mercy. Here we go. All right, here we go. Comment of the week. This one comes from AK Jeeper. AK Jeeper says, looks like Ian was the lock boss this time around. That auto pro pad looks to be quick and intuitive. Awesome. It can pull the pin out of Chrysler products. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ian did a good job on that. And AK Jeeper, thanks for sharing. All right, so here we are back to the nonsense with the LockFather, my childhood trauma. No. And here shortly we'll be giving away those $500 credits to the 5 lucky winners.
Yeah, now does everybody send in a picture what they got or no? For the 500?
Not everybody.
I saw the one guy send it in.
Yes. Yeah, some people do.
Yeah.
Some people do. And by the way, when you do win, we would love for you to send a picture in of your winnings so we can show it to everybody like we just did. So make sure you just, you could just post it on your own Instagram or Facebook or whatever and tag us. Or if you want just to send them in, just send them to sales@CLKsupplies.com. It'd be really awesome. And we can share it with everybody. But let's see here. Nick says, PJ, was that PJ's truck? That was not. I'm a Ford guy now, right?
Yeah. I used to be all Fords.
I mean, is it better? I used to be a Dodge guy, but then I'm a Ford guy. What's better out of Ford and Dodge in your? He's a Chevy guy.
Of all the personal vehicles, I do have a Ford, but how was your mother's doing?
See that, and everyone wonders why I'm on mom's side.
That's it,
right? Oh my gosh. Let's see here. S&M, what's up? Says need to sell the pin style A1 plug spinner. I know, right? We need to bring that back. A1 inventory, new rules, counting both sites together. Okay, so Lo, this is the deal. The A1's, all of the Y1 inventory is gone. And I don't know what it is, Lo.
Yay.
Yes, my kids are having Christmas this year. Right?
Hallelujah.
So the interesting part with this is as soon as we put them off special, we started selling way more, actually, like a lot more.
And he wants to thank you.
Yes, and I'd like to thank everybody for, the only thing better is when I don't sell it at cost, but sell it at a profit. I know it's a foreign concept to me, but okay, here. So let's do the last Y1 update here, okay? And then we need to come up with a new product to hunt down here. All right, let's see. Okay, so Y1s, we have 600 keys in stock. That's it. 600 Y1s total. Now, the interesting thing about this is we actually just put an order in for looks like 1,500 for the first time in since 2023.
I was going to say 2 years.
Yeah. So forecasted inventory is 2,000.
42,000.
Well, let's see here. Actually, we actually have less than. Let's see.
Now you got shelf room.
We actually have 590 keys in stock. I take that back. I'm gonna. Oh, excuse me. Seems like something sprayed something in there. Do you smell that?
No.
Ooh, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Now, if I'm sick next week, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay. 100%. Let's see here. Robert, how's it going? It says, I sent my winning picture of the 9160 manuals key machine. Well, thank you very much, Robert. Let's see.
I use those both for copying and for slotting.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, looks like Adrian he's saying bow tie for the win too. Man, that's terrible. Danielle, how's it going? Says Leo has a winner pick. He'll be posting soon. Very cool. Thank you for that. Thank you. Oh yeah, James too says I have a picture coming soon. I'm liking it. So yeah, we need to find a new. I know like I was saying, there's a few keys we need to identify and pick on to sell through. We have to figure out what that is. I need to just do a few searches.
Do you have the high security from Blue Dog yet?
Key?
The dimple key?
I don't think so. We need to get them though, don't we?
Oh yeah, because summer's coming.
Okay. Remind me after this. Or actually, Kylie, hey. You're on there. We need to Blue Dog has
You need the key blanks, the master, and the removal tool.
The key blanks, master, and remove tool. Let me actually so I actually have an email, I think, on this right here. I'm going to just quickly send to Kylie while we're talking, if everyone doesn't mind. There we go. All right, there we go. Yes, that's a good one here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Classic King's Classic. How is it going? Let's see here. I saw a few things here. Adam Perkins says, "What inventory tool do you use, PJ?" We use Odoo because we are Odooers. Oh, man, like that little.
Leave it up to him.
I mean, Odoo, so ODOO, Enterprise. Let's see. Let me keep. Okay. Trying to search here through the comments. Okay. Wow. Robert says, in 48 years, I've never had to drill a cylinder. That's impressive.
That's awesome.
Robert. That's a good way to go. That is a good way to go. Yeah.
Unless they put super glue in it. Because I've had to do some of those.
You have to drill it at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Keybeard says, that's a great answer. I'm not a driller. I'm a locksmith. Oh, yeah. You don't want to get him started over here, right? Or do we? No. Let's see here. Here's a question for you, Dad. What's Pete's favorite pick for a double-sided wafer lock?
Double-sided wafer lock. I like the rake. You know, squiggly rake.
Yeah.
But a lot of the double-sided, you know, like the Chicagos and stuff, I look at the number and I just cut it by code, or we have tryout keys.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pinball machines, you know, candy machines got those.
Yeah. So you just rake.
Yep. Or you rake, I use both ways. You can use your hook pick, rake one side, keep the tension on, rake the other side, and a lot of times, but usually those double-sided like candy machine locks, we do a ton of those, is that you have to do it every quarter, you know, you're constantly to unscrew it. And
Yep.
It's a pain.
It is. As a matter of fact, I was doing the D-Tex video coming out here on the alarm lock in the, or on the alarm lock, on the exit alarm, excuse me. And I was talking about, you know, I remember years and years ago, we were on a job together and we didn't have any of those keys on me. And you're like, pick it. And I pick it and it turns a quarter turn. I pick it again. And I pick it again. Keep going.
Right? Keep unscrewing it.
I mean,
no fun, especially when it's going on.
It is not a lot of fun, yeah.
No.
But
now,
in hindsight, is what I would have done is I took a jiggler, because you could just, I mean, essentially
those
just keep
jigglers work good. I was impressed when you showed me.
Yeah.
And I confiscated them.
Yeah. Although I would say, you know, I mean, so I have recently just, all I really want to do is use the Pagoda style wave, Wonder Wave, whatever you want to call it.
See, down deep, he still wants to be a locksmith, not a distributor.
He's getting excited over here, isn't he? He's getting excited. I mean, put me in the game, coach. Right?
That's it.
Oh man, that's good.
Because it's different. It's exciting.
Oh yeah. Well, there is a, you know, the one difference for me is like with, I mean, I'm on a computer all day most of the, unless I'm recording videos, I'm essentially on a computer.
Right.
And I typically only get to deal with problems, bigger problems.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, you get through the end of the day and you're just like, man, that's just a lot of problems, you know?
And so to get your stress level, he gets his pick and a lock out.
Yes, and there's something,
he's relieved.
Yeah, and there's something about, you know, driving up to a customer's house or car, unlocking it for them really quick. It feels good.
It does, as long as they're not right on you, looking over your shoulder, going, don't you know what you're doing? I said it's not like the movies.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
sometimes it is, but not always.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I told you guys, I mean, I told you this story a little while ago. This would have been at the beginning of last summer. Have I told this story?
Oh, that's.
So it was very beginning. It was probably March 2024-ish. Okay. No, May. I'm sorry. May 2024-ish. And I had a friend who's called me a few times, who locks his keys in his truck or is out of his house or something. And I was giving my dad's number. And the last time I gave him my dad's number, my friend got a bill. And he calls me up. He's like, "Hey, why? I just got this bill." I'm like, "Well, I mean, that is what he does for a living." And he's like, "Oh,
Well, the problem in the world today is we all got friends, right? But when you own the company, they think they can get it free every time.
Yeah.
You know, that's your choice if you want to help them once or charge them next time. But I don't ever expect something back in return. But one guy was complaining. I said, "Well, you work for somebody. What are you going to give me out of that company?"
Yeah.
And he goes, "Well, I can't. I don't own it."
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly." So anyway, so this happens. He gets the bill. Well, he calls me again. He's like, "Hey, PJ, man, hey, please don't call your dad." He's like, "I really need this door unlocked. It's actually for my boss." And he's like, "Will you please do it?" Well, his boss happens to live in essentially my neighborhood. So I'm like, "Okay, whatever. You know, I'll just go do it
He
for
couldn't
you."
get it, so I did it.
No,
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Well, I remember
Well,
driving in your neighborhood
no.
for you.
Well, no, I don't remember that, sir, but for the record, I don't remember that. But so I go there. It was a shop that was locked. His boss happened to be there, and I start trying to pick it. And
But the problem is his boss, not for him.
I know, but
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, just hang with me here.
As long as they gave you a
Just
cake
give me
or something.
15 seconds.
Okay.
And then, okay.
I'm jumping to conclusions again.
So I start trying to pick it, and it's hot. I remember I'm sweating, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why am I sweating right now?" And as I'm doing it, my back's starting to hurt a little bit because it's bent over, just out of touch with reality at this point, right? I'm not getting it. And his boss comes over. This is terrible, okay? He comes over, and this shop was like, what do you call it? It's like the moisture. I want to say Viz Queen. It's not. It's like the moisture barrier that goes under metal siding.
Right.
He takes his knife out. He comes up right next to me, pops his knife open, slits it, puts his hand through the installation, and unlocks it. And then
I remember that.
And then he looks at me and he says, "What do I owe you?" That is what got me in May 2024 to start picking locks more regularly again. Because I'm like, that's not happening again.
But you tell your buddies you'll help them, doesn't mean you're going to help their boss.
Oh, he was, really needed me to help him out. Now I regret
he just wanted to look good in front of his boss. Hey, I know everybody.
Oh man. Well, he was in my neighborhood. I mean, but
your neighborhood goes for 5 miles each way. Right?
I'm not quite, but
they're large lots.
Yeah. But anyway, so
or should I say acres?
Hey, it's your story.
Okay.
Now that you let me tell my story my way, I'll let you tell your story your way. Okay. But anyway, so I don't even know how we got on that. Oh, just the embarrassing part of like when he slits it, puts his hand through and unlocks it, and he just looks me right in the eyes.
Because it wasn't finished being built.
Is
that what it was?
Yeah, I don't know why, but there was no siding right there.
That's what I would have done.
Oh yeah, me too. But when he looks at you and says, "What do I owe you?"
Did the initial start with a J?
This person, yes. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So, anyways, that back to the point at hand here. So, talk to us about what's going on in your locksmithing business.
This is the first year we have not had a low February.
Okay.
I mean, we actually, able to pay everybody without using a line of credit. I mean, it kept moving and it still is. I feel blessed about that.
Why would you say that this year has been better than previous years?
I can't answer that. Maybe it was the weather wasn't as bad. But no, we kept cruising the whole time. Actually got tons of money in the bank. Well, wait a sec. I have no money in the bank because then he wants more money for, whatever I order. Dad, I could use some. But no, business has been great.
It's your story. Tell it the way you want.
And I'm looking for another truck to buy.
You are?
Well, just some of those trucks, the white trucks I like, but they're paint peels and it looks horrible. And so, the cheap guy I am, I put white vinyl.
Yep.
Driving down the road, they look great. If you look right at them, you go, oh, that guy's pretty wacky, But trucks are expensive.
Yeah. What, so if you're going to look at another vehicle, what type
It was a Ford Transit this time, 4-wheel drive.
Interesting. Now, I thought you completely went back to your
Chevy.
Yes.
Express fans love them. If I could get one of those in 4-wheel drive, I'd love it.
Okay.
Because, of our roads, we go back up in the mountains to ski resorts.
Yeah.
Instead of putting chains on it, sure make it just,
Interesting. So if you get another van, you're looking at a Ford Transit right now.
Well, those are the ones I found that are 4-wheel drive.
Okay.
And that's where I bought my last one.
Okay.
But it's a little bit more money than I want to spend. I don't like spending over 30 because, everything costs. Do I want to use the money I have in the company to pay cash? Not always. Then I pay too many taxes. Do you want to finance it? Not really. I mean, it's a tough choice.
Tell us more. Well, I mean, we can cut back to you at April 15th and really get your thoughts. Okay?
Oh, next month will be good.
But okay, so you're looking at a Ford Transit.
Yeah.
So let's do.
Has 22,000 miles on it.
Okay. How much?
38.
What year?
23.
Oh, 2023. 38,000, 22,000 miles.
Yep.
Seems like 4-wheel drive actually seems cheap without actually researching.
It is. But, do I want to pay some? Do I just pay cash? I don't know.
So out of all of the vehicles in the 40 plus years that you've been doing this, I want you to tell me the absolute best service van you've ever owned, and that if you could buy 20 more today, you would. And then I want to know what the absolute worst
first
one.
Of all, I like the Fords. Here we're talking the Ford Astro van,
Yep. Aerostar.
We had 4 of them what were 4-wheel drive, and we had 4 what weren't. And those things were great, except to sit in them, it's low ceiling.
Okay.
And I had
in the
those
back.
In the back, yeah. Good, easy to drive, but I would still stick with the Ford, or I meant the Chevy Express.
Well, no, so I'm saying the best van that you've in the 40 years. What's the number one van that you've had, and that today, if you could buy them brand new, or maybe you could buy it brand new, you would want to continue to buy them? What would it be?
Express 4-wheel drive.
Oh, and a Chevy Express 4-wheel drive.
Right.
Is the best you've ever owned.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like the big step vans, but you can't get back in the woods with them.
Okay. Well, hey, this is your answer. You can have it. Tell me now.
Thanks.
Yeah. What is the worst service van you've ever owned?
Any Dodge product, Dodge Caravans, Dodge regular size vans, Dodge ProMaster. I have nothing but problems with all Dodges.
What was that Dodge I drove?
Yeah, that was the one.
What was that the worst one you've ever owned? or just Dodge in general? Like you don't even want to say one, but
yeah, everybody, you know, my caravan had 70. I had 3 caravans at one time, and bought it brand new. It was a 4-speed, you know,
yeah,
manual, because that's all they had. And you know, clutch got burned out trying to go up the hill, get stuck at the bottom because they don't have any huevos to get up, you know. And of course, around the lakes, it's mostly gravel. It's not asphalt.
yep.
So you're digging in, trying to go up these steep hills. Ended up calling a tow truck to get it out. Just Dodge isn't.
Not a fan.
Well, when we had a Dodge Durango, it was great. But it's the only Dodge I've ever liked. That was our personal one.
Okay.
But never been a Dodge. My first truck was a Dodge. 65, ugliest looking thing you ever saw. But it was a truck.
Okay.
Being a ranch boy.
So you're saying the best vehicle you've ever owned for locksmithing, GMC or Chevy.
Yeah.
What is it?
Express.
Thank you. Yeah, Chevy Express.
Safari.
Yep.
GMC. We have one of those, but everything else is all those. Now the Kia and the Scion.
Yeah.
You know, do quick lockouts. You know, have those travel around to do other stuff.
And the worst over the years you've ever owned is you're just saying Dodge.
Yes.
I know the one I used to drive was like what was it? It was probably like a 96.
No, 2011.
That's the one I drove.
Oh no, that was a 98.
98. Yeah, it was like a 98 Dodge
Tank.
It was like the motor was like also your center console.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All Chevys are. Or
Dodge.
I mean all vans.
Okay. Yeah, so that one, I remember when I was driving it back from a job, and I'm kind of behind Fred Meyer,
Mm-hmm.
and the tranny went out. And I was 15 at the time. I didn't even know that was a thing, except for I was driving.
See, kids don't know nothing. They have to learn eventually.
You do, right? I'm 15. I remember I'm behind that little side street, you know,
Yeah.
behind there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was when I was at a 4-way stop,
right.
And then I go and I hit on it, and it starts going like enough to like move the wheels. But then all I could hear was the engine getting louder. I could see the RPMs going up, but I wasn't going faster. And I'm confused. I'm 15 and confused.
I laugh because that's what most kids.
Yeah, and then I, pull it off to the side of the road, and I called you up, and
well, like today.
Yeah, I called AAA.
Cleaned up the Scion.
Okay.
Because the guy who did drive it's no longer with us, and it was a pigsty. Pulled everything out. He gets in to move it out. He's been sitting in the shop for 3 days because we're cleaning, organizing.
Yeah.
And he goes, it won't start. I go, what do you mean? Maybe dead battery because you had all the doors open? No, the lights come on. I said, did you make sure it's in park? And he goes, yeah, it's in park. But no, the key won't turn. I laughed and said, one of the biggest problems with locksmith people is if your wheels are bound, you have to take the pressure off your steering wheel so your key will turn. And sure enough, that's what it was. And this guy's 27.
Yep. And I have that video where I talk about, I think it's like the three reasons why your key won't turn.
Right.
Why a key won't turn.
Mm-hmm.
And that so many people have commented.
That's number one, yeah.
Yeah, on that video. And I think because I've experienced it too. Like I learned when I couldn't.
All I do is laugh because, I was always smart enough. Oh, take pressure,
Well,
I'm not saying you're not smart.
Well, I'm your son. So, is this what I get for being on mom's side?
Yep.
Is that what I get? That's good. So, hey, for all of you watching, what is your best or your off of experience of service vehicles? What would you say is your favorite? And which one would you say is the absolute worst? And if someone could give one to you, You're going to say, hey.
I'll take any of them myself.
Okay.
If it's given to me, I'll take it.
Yeah, until you get
Didn't cost me anything, I can fix it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's good. So what else is going on? Any interesting? Have you had any customer complaints lately?
Yeah, the other night we got a complaint, and the service tech texts me at 10 o'clock at night going, "This guy thought we overcharged. It's 10 o'clock at night."
Okay.
And for the guys to be on call, you got to pay them well.
Yeah.
And they're going to charge well because that's the way we pay them.
Yep.
And the guy says, "Well, how quick you can get here?" And he said, "Oh, 20 minutes." And in the complaint, it says he got there in 10 minutes and he unlocked the car in 2 seconds. Well, I would think they would be happy. They don't have to wait any longer. We know our stuff, but he had to pay, Yeah. Thought it was a little expensive.
How much?
$180.
Okay.
And, it was Sunday night. And, as I explained to everybody, my guys already work 40 hours. They do this so they can earn some extra, but they prefer to stay home with their family and be, do stuff with their family. And the only way you can do it is charge so where it's worth their while to do it.
Yeah.
So
it's always one of those interesting things when someone hires you for a service is they want to equate the service cost to the time being taken, which for the most part, I can understand that, right?
Well, I can
understand, but there's two sides. There's nuance to it. Right. And the nuance is that you weren't quoted, hey, it's going to be $50 to get there. And then it's $100 an hour.
Right.
Right. And we're going to start a clock. Right.
Right.
But
after hours, the whole bit.
Yeah. And the nuance thing to say is, well, hey, you want to pay for you're paying for the experience,
the knowledge,
right?
It's just like, when one of the guys clogged the toilet, I spent a half hour trying to get, I couldn't. I tried every trick I know.
Okay.
And then I called the rooter guys down the street, used my tool, got it done in 2 seconds, charged me $200.
How'd you feel?
I said, "Mom, a knucklehead." I had some other words, but I won't say.
Okay.
But hey, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to pay their people.
Yeah. So, it's one of those weird things, right? At the very base of the agreement, it was, hey, I cannot get into my vehicle to go to wherever I need to go.
Right.
Right. And they say, I will come get you in the vehicle for $180.
Right. You tell them up front before you go.
But then you get there and the speed of service was so great.
Absolutely.
That they were like, hold on here. I know you just did what you said,
right,
but
yeah,
I think you charged too much. You know what I mean? It's such a.
The tech had 3 safe jobs that weekend. He had probably 14 calls total. And anytime we do saves, first thing it's electronic.
Yep.
First thing we say, did you change the batteries? Oh yeah. Okay. And we always keep extra batteries on the truck. First thing we do is put new batteries in, it opens.
Yeah.
Because they don't use the correct batteries. Copper top.
Yep.
Duracell.
Yeah, don't want to put any of those cheapies in there.
Harbor Freight ones? No way.
Yeah. So I think that's just always kind of it's always like the interesting part, right?
Yeah. And, he was upset in his voice and, I know what I'm doing, why? I said, people are people,
Yeah.
They had maybe they were tight and they didn't have the extra money, but they needed it in. So,
yeah. And I was equated to when I recently with my fireplace, it's been randomly going on and off.
Got a ghost?
Well, I should say when you turn it on, it goes on and then
yeah, mine did too.
Right. And so I was Googling it and stuff and I thought about ordering the parts, but I'm like, let me just get someone out here. And the thing is, I don't necessarily want to mess with the gas. Right. And the gas regulator seems to be the problem. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called the company that installed it 10 years ago. Right. And they came out and all of that. And
you lived there in that house that long?
Yeah.
That seems like yesterday.
Yeah. And I get the diagnostic bill, was $100.
Yeah.
Right. Come on, do a diagnostic. And they didn't really know what the problem was. Right. But of course I still have to pay, and like, I didn't mind that per se, but it gave me some of the feelings that I'm guessing other people when they hire a locksmith can get, or a serviceman, where you're like, man, so like, you're not quite sure what my problem is. You have a couple guesses. So here's $100.
Right.
Well,
over at the beach house, because of the ocean, the salt water, ours gets messed up a little bit more. Probably every 5 years, I have to call a technician out to change one little part.
Yeah.
And it works, but it's expensive because you're 45 miles away from any city,
Yes. And so that's at the end of the day, though, the good part
I understand because I'm in a service-oriented business.
Yes. And I totally get it too. And, and they had a training guy with them, right?
Yeah,
and, they're training and working good. And the good part is they actually figured out what the problem was.
Yeah, the little connector turns it on and the emergency off and on.
No, want to know what it was? The wire harness that plugs in to the main control module.
Mm-hmm.
When it turns on and gets heated up at different varying times, a couple of the wires are loose. And so they could sit there and jiggle the wire and it'll turn on and off.
Well, when you're sitting in front of the fire with your wife and, romantic time. Oh, let me go jiggle the wire. Oh, boy.
Oh, tell us more. Okay.
I don't know anymore. I'm just being in that.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's good. And anything else really going on here, man? We've been going for 48 minutes. Can
really?
You that?
No. You probably want the
winners.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's have you, add a few final remarks here and we'll get on into the winners.
Well, I hope you're all doing well and locksmithing. Go, go, go.
Oh, yeah. And then definitely for all those who are live now or later, definitely check out all of the comments. So many people giving their take on the vans they like or dislike. And I tell you what, it looks like Dodge is not an incredibly
happy.
Yes. That's very interesting. I mean, obviously, Dodge sells a lot of vehicles, and so some people have to like them, but it doesn't seem like too many in the
Well, the window guy around the corner from you, I asked him how he liked. Goes, oh, we love these Dodge ProMasters.
Really?
Because I was looking for one, so I bought one. That's what the guy wanted, my guy. And he says, yeah, the guy loves them, And mine's been a lemon.
Yeah.
From day one.
Well, Adrian, what's up? He says, went to program a Toyota today and the OBD2 connection had been cut off. Oh, man. Hey, that's good. You still got the service call, though, for sure.
Yeah, that's something else they fight you on. That's not our problem because it was cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find that all the time, or their battery's dead. So you hook your jump box or your truck up to it, but it takes time,
Yeah.
And what's time to a locksmith? That's all we have to sell is time. And you got to charge for it.
Absolutely. But, well, perfect. Dad, thanks once again for coming on,
yeah, no
for
problem.
hanging out, telling us some stories.
I don't know if they like hearing all those stories.
I mean, there's only one way to
Cheap
find out.
entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, man. Very good. Yeah. Something exciting coming up is the old LockFather and I'm bringing him with me down to San Antonio, Texas to visit D-Tex again here in May.
It's awesome.
Are you excited?
Yeah. I've known Joy forever.
Yeah. So I figured, my wife wasn't really wanting to go.
Old daddy go.
So I'm like, Daddy.
That's it.
Oh, I knew you. I mean, when I was down there last year, I was like, oh my gosh, my dad would have so much
Yeah,
fun.
I like all that factory stuff and hearing
Yeah.
and seeing how everything operates.
There's some of the nicest and most wonderful people I've ever met.
That's awesome.
They're really cool. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I
actually.
knew Dave would work for him over in Seattle.
Okay.
He said it was a great company.
Yeah.
Because he did all the classes out of LOA and all the other places what had, trade shows.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome.
Very, very good. All right. Well, hey, let's go ahead and let's hop into today's winners, or this week's winners here. So now, of course, Julio, if you want to put a little bit of tunes on, would be absolutely wonderful.
At least I got.
Oh yeah, look, that looks like a hat. All right, so here we go. Let's get into the winners, but let's first start with what to do if you win. You want to email us your shipping info to sales@clksupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. Comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments on the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. No purchase necessary. All right, with that being said, Dad, do you want to announce the winners?
No, you can.
Okay, well, how about you say congratulations?
I will. I can handle that.
All right, here we go. For this month, Lockboss season 3.15 $500 winners. Let's see who's getting $500 each. Here we go. Winner number 1 is Deadly Danica.
Congratulations.
There we go. Winner number 2 is Leo Campus GU8KL.
Congratulations.
Winner number 3 is Secure Tech Locksmith code .7383.
Congratulations.
Winner number 4 is FTRV Denny.
Congratulations.
And last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Roadside Towing 1847.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of this week's. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's really good. Really happy for everybody. And of course, we still got our get a free mystery hat going on. All you have to do is order $150, add the mystery hat to your cart, and boom, it arrives.
Yeah, we've got quite a few of those.
Have you?
Yeah. They all fight over it.
You do?
Yeah. They go, I want this one. Well, what about me? Well, you can get them anytime you want. I said, it doesn't work that way. I spent another $150.
Hey, just put them in. I know. I think someone was telling me that, like, if you have like $300 to order,
Want to?
they'll split them up. They'll either say, "Hey, we want 2."
My people?
Yes.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yes, they'll either split them up into 2 orders.
I probably know who does that.
Right? And
Crazy.
I'm like, hey, you know what? It's like, go your way.
Some people just want free stuff. Remember?
I've met one.
Yeah, right. When do I get my 500 free goodies?
I've met one. That's good. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. You know, Dad, like always, it's an absolute pleasure to have you on and hang out.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for bringing your expertise and your stories.
Hopefully it's not too boring for the viewers.
And your sense of humor.
I got one of those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good or bad?
Good or bad. That's really good. But, all right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for being here and hanging out with us. Of course, we'll be jumping over to the after party here in just a little bit. Look in the comment section for the link. And congratulations once again. to the winners. And hopefully soon. I've been testing out the new Identikey app, so I'll be sharing that with you all very soon. But anyways, between now and next week, we hope you have a wonderful and safe Tuesday evening. And yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, everybody. All right. Well,
congratulations.
Hey, yep. And y'all take care, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
All right, Julio, put some music on.